It's English time, it's English time. Come and let's have fun. Read, write, speak, and watch, but listen, participate, and experience the magic of words. Welcome to a brand new acquisition of knowledge. This is Respectacular Learning English with Teacher Reese. Hi everyone! Hi everyone, it's me Teacher Reese and let's have another episode of Rizaldi Lightful Lessons. For today's episode, we will discuss our learning competency on use the degrees of adjectives in making comparisons, positive, comparative, superlative. Let's talk about adjectives. When we say adjectives, describe nouns or pronouns. We all know that nouns, name of person, places, things, or animals. And we also have pronouns, which is the substitute for nouns, right? In other words, adjectives are describing words. If verbs are action words, adjectives are describing words. Let's have an example. Cute eyes, big boat, loud voice. Here, we are describing the eyes, which is cute. We also describe the boat, which is big, and the voice of someone maybe is loud. So, cute, big, and loud are adjectives because they describe eyes, boat, and voice respectively. Let's have another examples. Peaceful place, pleasant personality, thoughtful friend. So what is the word that is used to describe place? Very good, it's peaceful. What about the word personality? We use the word pleasant. And of course, for friend, we use the describing word thoughtful. Let's have these examples. Expensive clothes, popular star, confident guy. Can you give me these adjectives or describing words? Very good. Expensive, popular, and confident. You are correct. These are the describing words used to describe clothes, star, and guy. If you have observed from our examples, we have adjectives which have one syllable, two syllables, and three syllables. Like the word cute, big, and loud, one syllable adjectives. We also have peaceful, pleasant, thoughtful. So these are examples of two syllable adjectives. And of course, expensive, popular, confident are examples of three syllable adjectives. Today, I will share another explanation about degrees of comparison of adjectives. Call it as degree of comparison of adjectives. Let's try to know about these comparisons. Alright, we have three degrees of comparison of adjectives. First, positive degree. Second, comparative degree. And third, the superlative degree. In a positive degree, this offers no comparison at all. You are not comparing someone to another person, or you are not comparing something to another thing. In the comparative degree, you are comparing two nouns or two pronouns. And in the superlative degree, you are comparing two or more, and you are looking who is the greatest, who is the best among the group. So when we say positive degree, It's the base adjective. Comparative, you are comparing someone or something to another. And in the superlative degree, it is the you are comparing two or more, and you are looking who is the best and what is the best in the group. In order for you to better understand what I am talking, we have rules. For example, for a one-syllable adjectives that end in E, all you need to do is to drop E before adding ER or EST. Example, we have the word wise, nice, and brave. So, following the rule, if I have the word wise, it will become wiser in its comparative, wisest in its superlative. We also have the word nice, it will become nicer and nicest. And of course, we have the word brave, it will become braver and bravest. Next is for adjectives that end in a consonant with a vowel before it, you need to double the consonant before adding the ER or EST. Example, we have the word thin. So this will become thinner, thinnest. We have the word big, bigger, biggest. So this is what you're going to do if the adjective ends in a consonant with a vowel before it. Alright? So let's proceed to the next rule. We also have two-syllable adjectives that end in Y. All you need to do is to change Y to I before adding ER or EST. Example, pretty. It will become prettier, prettiest. Creamy, creamier, creamiest. So we follow the rule. Since the verb or the adjectives end in Y, all I need to do is to change Y to I and add ER or EST in its comparative and superlative degrees respectively. Now let's have this rule. For two-syllable adjectives not ending in Y and three-syllable adjectives, all you need to do is to use more and most in the comparative and superlative degrees respectively. Take note of this. If it does not end in Y, but you need to form its comparative and superlative degrees, you need to use more before the adjective and most before the adjective in its comparative and superlative degrees respectively. Useful will become more useful, most useful. Famous, more famous, most famous. Let's observe this degree of comparison of adjective. In a positive degree, for example, we have the word big. In its comparative degree, it will become bigger. And superlative degree, it will become biggest. Now we are applying the rule, right? So since the word big ends with a consonant and preceded by a vowel I, now I need to double the letter G before I wrote the ER and EST. Look at the word handsome. Handsome, more handsome, most handsome. So again, we applied the rule. Another tip is I am giving you this word than. If you hear and if you read this word than, that signals that you are in the comparative degree of comparison. Another is the word between. If you see and if you heard this word between in a sentence and you are comparing, now you are in the comparative degree of comparison. Look at its superlative degree. You can also hear the word among. Now, that means you are in its superlative degree, among. Like nouns and verbs, adjectives also have this regular and irregular adjectives. Let's try to look at the regular adjective. You think, and you must remember that in forming the degree of comparison of adjective, you need to use the suffix er and est for comparative and superlative degrees. And you may also use the word more before the adjective in its comparative degree and most in its superlative degree. But I want to emphasize, children, that do not double compare. Meaning, if you use the er, no need to use more. Example, more bigger. You cannot say more bigger, but you need to use only er, which is bigger. Another, biggest and most biggest. You don't need to say most biggest because you are now double comparing. Instead, you need to use only biggest. Big, bigger, biggest. Do not say big, more bigger, most biggest. That is not appropriate. Now let's focus on to the irregular adjective. As you can observe here, we have the word good, little, bad, and many. In forming their comparative degree and superlative degree, you observe that good will become better and best. Little, less, least. Bad, worse, worst. Many, more, and most. So, you observe the change of spelling of irregular adjective. In fact, the rule is there must be change of spelling in the irregular adjective. Not like the regular adjective that you can need to use the er and est or more and most. Here, you must be familiarized with these examples of irregular adjectives. Good, you cannot say gooder and goodest. There's no such word as gooder and goodest, but instead better and best. You cannot say little. Also, like in our regular adjective, we have the word small, and you can use smaller and smallest. But little is, though it's the same word as small, but little is irregular. So you need to use less and least, right? Then bad, you cannot say badder and baddest. Instead, worse and worst. Many, more, and most. So take notes of these examples of irregular adjectives, children. Let's have an example. Let's complete the table. You can use your notebook now. You can bring out your materials and try to answer the following table. So all you need to do is to complete. What do you think are missing in its positive degree, comparative degree, or superlative degrees? For example, what is must be the word here in its positive? We have sweetest, we have less, we have happy, best, less, new, worst, more, sad, attractive. So you can pause this video while you are doing this activity. Okay, so I'm giving you time. Then later on, we will try to answer the table in giving the correct positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. Okay, good luck. Okay, so let's check your answers. For number 1, we have sweetest as the given word. So the word here must be sweet, sweeter. Very good. Next, we have the word less. So what's supposed to be the first word? Very good. It's little. And what about the last? It's least. We have little, less, least. Very good. What about number 3? We have the word happy. Take note of the rule. This is an adjective that ends with Y. Very good. It's happier, happiest. Change Y to I and add ER, and change Y to I and add EST for its superlative. Very good. What about the word? We have here the given word best. Very good. We have good, better, best. So this is irregular adjective. Good, better, best. Oh, what about this one? So I doubled the word less. So whatever answer you put in the second one, then you may this is honest mistake. So this is little, less, and less. Next, we have the new. The word new. What is the comparative degree and its superlative degree? Yes, the word is newer, newest. Next, we have the word worst. Yes, it's bad, worse, as WORSE, and of course, its superlative degree, worst. What about this one? Many, more, most. And what about the word sad? Sadder and saddest. Very good. Sad, sadder, saddest. And the last one, we have the word attractive. Take note of the rule. Attractive, attractive. All right, so you may use now more before writing attractive. So more attractive, and of course, most attractive. Most attractive. Very good. See, you are doing great. So you can also look for some other examples and try to answer activities related to comparison of adjective, degree of comparison of. This time, let's ask help from our home facilitators, your parents, your guardians, or your siblings. All you need to do is to read the following sentences. Then, give the correct degree of comparison using the adjective inside of the parentheses. So, this is another way for you to apply the rules that I have explained to you. So, we have the word safe, spectacular, good, great, and popular. So you need to analyze the sentence so that you will know what is the appropriate degree of comparison for each adjective. Okay, again, you can pause this video while you are doing this task. You don't need to copy everything. Just give me the correct word to complete each sentence. We all have only 5 sentences here. So, you can pause it now. Don't skip. And then once you're done, you can continue this video. Again, let's observe honesty. You can pause it first while doing your activity. Then once you're done, to check your answers, if you got the correct word, then you can continue this video. Okay, good luck, kids. It's time to check your answers. Let's have number 1. It is blank to live here than the place he mentioned. So the adjective there is safe. So let's apply again our rule, and I have also given you tip in identifying if you need to put the comparative or the superlative degree. So here, the word is safer. It is safer to live here than the place he mentioned. So your clue here is you are comparing the place to another place, right? So we have also the word than. So the correct answer here is safer. It in its it's in comparative degree of comparison. Next, number 2. This is the blank among the places we visited. So the word or the adjective is spectacular. So what do you think is the correct answer for number 2? Very good. We have most spectacular. What is your clue? The word among. This is the most spectacular among the places we visited. Very good. Number 3, you are blank than the other guy. So if you have observed, we have again the word than. And that is your clue that you need to use comparative degree. So you are better than the other guy. Of course, we don't need to compare ourselves to other person, but this is just an example. This is as a sentence. You are better than the other guy, right? So let's respect each other. You have your own skill. but this is just an example. Okay, number 4, she is the blank among the contestants. Again, we have the word among. So, what is the word now? Greatest. She is the greatest among the contestants. So, in its superlative degree. And we also have the word popular here. She is blank popular than the other artists. So what do you so we have again the word than there, and that signals you that you need to use the comparative degree. So the word now is, or the answer here is, she is more popular than the other artists. So the answers are safer, most spectacular, better, greatest, and of course, more popular. Now, if you got 5, of course, you got an excellent score again. If you got 4, then very good. Then you should know what number you missed. Then next time, you must know the correct answer. Then, if you got 3, good. If you got 0 to 2, of course, you need to practice more and more. Now, let me give you a challenge. All you need to do is to use the following adjectives in a sentence. Remember to apply the rule that if it is a regular adjective, you need to use the ER or more in its comparative degree, or EST, and most in its superlative degree. Also, remember, identify if this is an irregular adjective so that you will know what's supposed to be the comparative degree and its superlative degree. Alright, so remember also, you need to capitalize the first letter and end with appropriate punctuation mark. Okay, good luck, children! So there, I hope you learned something new today. Keep on learning, stay safe, and see you in another episode of Spectacular Learning English with Teacher. Goodbye!